Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's adventure brings me back to the Blue Ridge Parkway, more specifically around mile marker 322, which is just past the Bear's Den overlook. We're going to be doing a return visit to English Falls. And this is in the Spruce Pine slash Little Switzerland area in North Carolina, if you're familiar with those locations, just outside of those towns. Probably looking at, I think it's around, I don't know, half a mile to a mile from where I parked to the falls and back. So we're gonna get started. So along the way here, before we head off down in the woods onto the trail, you can see a excellent view of Table Rock there in the distance, which is over there in the Linville Gorge wilderness area. We'll have another view once we get on the trail, but just wanted to mention that you could see a pretty good view of it from right here. As we get to the end of this guardrail is where we'll hop over the guardrail and then head down the trail. So today's date is Saturday, June the 4th, 2022. It's currently about 69 degrees with a light to moderate breeze. So looking at pretty good weather today. And in the past week we've had some pretty significant rains. So hopefully we'll have a pretty good flow on the falls. I've been here 2 times before. I think it was April of last year I come, and then sometime in the fall, may have been late November when I come the second time last year. And this is in probably on my top 10 list of waterfalls in North Carolina. And as far as today, I'm not exactly sure 100% that we're going to make it down there, but this is an attempt. And if you're watching this video, that kind of means that I did make it down there. So I'm noticing right off the bat here, there's some poisonous looking vines here, so I'm going to be sure to stay away from that. Kind of mixed in all this right here. And I do have my long pants on today and my jacket, just in case there's, you know, a good bit more of that. And this one does require you to, at times, be down on all fours, or maybe even doing a butt slide. I have read some recent reviews on All Trails and one other place that say that someone has left some ropes here in the last month. So I may use those if they're still here and if they look like they're in pretty good shape. I've actually not done this hike before with ropes, so that would be kind of something different to compare to my last few visits. So I'm going to get down past this section here to where it kind of levels off just a minute, because this is a pretty steep part, and then we'll pick right back up. So really right off the bat here, you can definitely see some deadfall that was not here the last time I was here. This tree right here I'm almost certain was not here, so that is fell since November at least, because all this through here was almost clear in a sense, like someone had purposely come out here with a saw and cleared it. This is a pretty clear path then. If you're not familiar with English Falls, it is one that has really a series of 3 technical descents that are very, very steep and pretty dangerous. Something to be very aware of that, to know what you're getting into if you decide to trek out and try to see this one. But just do your research and just be very mindful of what you're getting into. yeah. Looks like we just had to get around that one tree, and it looks pretty clear from as far as I can see. I can already hear the water just a little bit too. So we're coming up on another fantastic view of Table Rock. Right over there. Now there was also a rumor that I read that they're going to be constructing a trail that comes from the next overlook, which will be the one past the Bears Den overlook. It's probably about 3 miles from it. They're going to put a trail in, supposedly, that's going to, an official trail that will take you all the way here and back. That's rumored to be around 5 miles. I've only seen that in forums where someone has spoke with a park ranger. Haven't actually seen anything official online about that yet, so maybe it is, maybe it's not, but it definitely got started somewhere. But closer I go, the more and more I hear the water. You actually go down right here. The path kind of continues right here. I'm not exactly sure what's that way, or if anything is. May just take a few steps just to see if it continues. Looks like it probably does. We'll continue on this path for just a minute just to see where this takes you. So this actually took me to a little creek here. I did not even pay this little side trail any attention when I come before, but I'm gonna guess we're near the top of the waterfall now. Learned something new today. Or should I say, found something new. Alright, so got back on the trail, and just a short piece down, probably 50 to 100 feet maybe, is where it comes to the steep section, where there is in fact a rope here. Now if you continue on trail here and not go down yet, this will take you to another little small waterfall that is near the top. It may be too overgrown to get through, but I'm going to take a look. So you get to a big pile of brush down here. It's almost kind of dammed up in the water. And I've already seen it. It's in my last video. If you want to scroll and look for that, you can. You can see the other little waterfall that's right there. But I'm not going to continue since there's so much debris piled up there. I'm just going to stay on the main track here and try to focus on the original goal. Now the last 2 times I was here, again I mentioned there was no rope. Second time, first time I thought there was going to be one, there wasn't. And the second time I knew there wasn't going to be one, and I chose not to bring one, since I had success the first time. But we're going to see how this is with the rope, and I'll pick back up in just a minute. I'm not going to try and hold the camera while I make my way down, because that would not be very safe. So see you in just a minute. So I made it down the first section, which is very, very steep, as you can see, and there's another one here. It's not quite as tight, but looks like someone has actually tied some knots in it, which will kind of help you get a little better grip. It is, and this is a thin, cheaper rope, but in my opinion it's knotted up pretty well. And at the moment, while I'm here now, definitely won't be in the future, but right now in the moment feels safe and very secure to me, and it was definitely helpful. So continuing on. All right, made it down the second section. Now I'm going down through here to where the rock ledge is. It'll take you on down to the base. I may use the rope coming back up the ledge, but the last time I was here, I just kind of got as close to the bottom as I could and just hopped down. I'm going to stick with that this time. Done that twice and been okay with it, so that's the route I'm going to choose this time. This rope is just a little bit thicker than the other one too, so it may be a little better weight rated than the other. But the falls is just down there, as you can probably hear. So I made it down there, and someone has actually put a rope here as well, which is still a steep section, but not remotely close to the other. But still something very nice of someone. You kind of see just a little bit of a rainbow in the center of the screen there. Full shot coming up. So this is a side shot of it right here. You can see the rainbow stretching across the bottom there. You can probably barely make it out, but it's there. Wow. I want to say something, but there's really just not many words to describe. You just have to be here. All right, I'm about to climb back out of here. One final look. Till next year, hopefully. Made it back up to the top of the most difficult part. Now I'm going to take a little break. Did get to meet a couple down there. So they'd spent some 30-40 minutes down there just kind of hanging out and taking it in. Had the place to themselves, which sure was really nice for them. I caught back up with them coming up. I'm just ahead of them and making their way back up the last difficult part. Here they come now. All right, Headed back out of here now. I'm gonna see what time it is when I get back and possibly go do another little short hike somewhere. There's Table Rock again, center of the screen. May actually head in that direction depending on how much time I have and how long the other hike may take. But glad I made it out today. Like I said before, there's rumors that they're going to be putting in another trail from the next overlook. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before or not, but there's also a rumor that they may somehow or another block this one off to where you can't come down this way anymore just because of how dangerous it is. But I'm glad I was able to make it at least one more time this way. And they do put another trail in. I'll definitely be sure to check that out and share it with you in the future. But that's going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. And please consider subscribing if you haven't already. That will keep you in the loop for future uploads on this channel. As always, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.